roars at Sandown, the star of the season.
The Lion really roars today. Roaring Lion gets up to win it.
A fourth consecutive Group 1 win.
In what is one of the most exciting announcements for New Zealand sire ranks, Cambridge Stud is pleased to announce that the 2018 Cartier Horse of the Year and Longines World Champion 3-year-old Roaring Lion will join its sire roster in 2019. Handled throughout his career by champion trainer John Gosden for Qatar Racing, Roaring Lion was unbeaten in his first 3 races at 2, culminating with his gritty win in the Group 2 Royal Lodge Stakes.
As they race up to the line, Nelson is knuckling down, but on the near side, Roaring Lion may just have grabbed it. Roaring Lion near side of Nelson in a thriller.
The final race of his juvenile season came in the Group 1 Racing Post Trophy, where he came from last to finish second by the barest of margins. Roaring Lion was Timeform's second highest rated 2-year-old of his year, but it was as a 3-year-old that he matured into a fierce hunter. Roaring Lion unleashed in the Group 2 Dante Stakes at York in May, outclassing his age group rivals.
Spread right across the course in the Dante. Who's going to assert? Roaring Lion splits the field and comes between them and quickens up in decent style. It's Roaring Lion inside the final furlong of the Dante, who's putting daylight between himself and his rivals. He's up by 3 to 4 lengths, but he's going to run out a really impressive winner of the Dante. Roaring Lion outclasses them.
In July, he asserted his dominance against the older horses, posting the first of 4 consecutive Group 1 victories in the Eclipse Stakes.
Roaring Lion travelling well on the outside, coming through with his challenge now as they enter the final quarter mile. Saxon Warrior might just get to the lead from on the far side Hawkbill. Here's Roaring Lion being driven hard as they race on to the final furlong up the hill. Saxon Warrior leads, Roaring Lion on the near side, far side Hawkbill. Roaring Lion getting his head down, joining Saxon Warrior, racing up the hill towards the line. Roaring Lion near side, the Lion roars at Sandown and he wins the Eclipse, wearing down old rival Saxon Warrior.
His next and career-defining Group 1 triumph came in August in the Group 1 Juddmonte International at York.
Passing the 2 furlong marker and Ben Battle strikes the front. Roaring Lion is coming after him. Poet's Word is under strong pressure. He's trying to pick up with Saxon Warrior down the centre. It's Roaring Lion though who's quickened up best, entering the final furlong and leads the Juddmonte International field. Roaring Lion is drawing clear by about 3 lengths. Poet's Word in the clear, but he's not going to get to Roaring Lion, and the Lion really roars today and wins the Juddmonte International.
He was arrogant in his devastating defeat of the older horses again, leaving 6 individual Group 1 winners in his wake, including Poet's Word, Saxon Warrior and Ben Battle. Next on Roaring Lion's Group 1 rampage was the Irish Champion Stakes at Leopardstown. It was here that he confirmed his superiority. In a tenacious performance, he utilised his trademark turn of foot to reel in Saxon Warrior on the line.
But Saxon Warrior's gone for home, racing towards the final furlong and has stretched on a couple of lengths in front. Roaring Lion's gone after him on the outside. They're racing now towards the finish, and it's Saxon Warrior, Roaring Lion, the arch rivals. Roaring Lion gets up to win it! Roaring Lion and O'Shane Murphy, stars of the season.
With 3 straight Group 1 wins over 1.25 miles in the space of just over 2 months, Roaring Lion was put to the ultimate test when stepping back to 1 mile in the Group 1 Queen Elizabeth II Stakes in October.
Roaring Lion with the big challenge, Recolitos, and I Can Fly on the far side. Roaring Lion is beginning to get up from Century Dream, well inside the final furlong. I Can Fly fast time is getting really tight, but Roaring Lion, the star of the season.
In front of Her Majesty the Queen, he defeated Europe's top bilers on the season-defining Champions Day. In less than 4 months, Roaring Lion had won 4 consecutive Group 1 races, with his remarkable turn of foot, constitution, fortitude and pin-up good looks propelling him into international equine superstardom. Roaring Lion retired to stud at the end of his 3-year-old season with a Timeform rating of 130, equal to Beauty Generation and above Poet's Word, Enable and Justify. Complementing his phenomenal race record as a proven American turf pedigree, Roaring Lion is by 6-time US champion turf sire Kitten's Joy out of the Group 1 placed Street Sense mare in Viennette. Kitten's Joy's sire is the prolific El Prado, the noted sire of the dual hemisphere champion Medaglio d'Oro. crowning moment of his illustrious career came in the Cartier Racing Awards ceremony, where he was not only named Champion 3-year-old, but also crowned with the highest honour of Cartier Horse of the Year. We are proud to be standing Roaring Lion alongside fellow European champion Alban Zor at Cambridge Stud in 2019, continuing our commitment to breeders of standing a world-class sire roster. Roaring Lion, a lion by name and a lion by nature.